All right. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to get started on putting together your business plan. So at the top of your first page, you want to put business plan plus operations plan equals action plan. So business
Okay.
plan plus operations plan equals action plan.
Okay.
All right. Underneath
Mm-hmm.
that, you're gonna put this formula. Like this is the formula we're gonna use. Five W's plus one H. So five W's plus one H. Now, business plan, that's straightforward. We just gonna create a plan for your business. Operations plan, I got that term from the Army when I was in officer candidate school. So we write in the Army, we learn how to write op orders, and that's basically like a equivalent to a business plan. It's just a different structure, but it's the same thing. It's a plan to go into action, to make a movement, to do something in war times. So we're using a combination of business plan and operations plan, and then that formula, five W's plus one H, is going to get us all the components of a traditional business plan and everything we need to take action. So everything in this plan is going to be things that are vital to creating or growing your business, and we're going to do it, part by part, each section. So we should be able to cover like the first half of your business plan on this call. All right.
Okay. All right.
All right. So the first subtitle you're gonna put down is you're gonna put down who on the left. Skip down a few spaces from what we wrote. You're gonna write down who,
Mm-hmm.
and in quotations beside that, you're gonna put my company brand. So my company brand.
Okay.
All right. Let me know you got that.
I wrote it.
All right. Now, underneath that, on the left side, going down, I'm going to give you some more subtitles, and you're just going to write them going down the page. Uh, you wouldn't need to skip any lines on this one, and then we'll come back and fill in the blank.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing you're going to put is company name. Then below that, company address. Below that, company phone number. And you don't have to put company each time, but we're talking about things that
Mm.
are related to your company. All right, so
Okay.
company name, address, phone number, email, domain name. All right, underneath that, logo. So it's almost like a checklist too. All right,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Under logo, you're gonna put Facebook business and group page. And like I said, when we go back over them, I'll explain what goes in that section.
Okay.
All right. And then below Facebook business and group page, you're going to put free business Yelp page, YELP. It's an online directory.
Mm-hmm.
And then underneath that, you're going to put free Google business page. All right. And then
Mm-hmm.
underneath that, you're going to put tax ID number. And then the last thing you'll put underneath tax ID number will be your Duns and Bradstreet number.
Okay. Hi, I'm sorry. How you spell it?
Put DUNS and Bradstreet number.
Okay.
All right, you got that?
Yes.
All right, so let's go back up to company name. All right, do you have you already kind of settled on a company name?
Boss Lady J. That's what I'm getting the actual LLC with.
Okay.
At
What was that name again?
Boss Lady J.
Okay, sorry. You're gonna put Boss Lady J. Now, since you're gonna do an LLC, go ahead and put the LLC afterwards. So Boss Lady J LLC for a limited liability company.
Hmm.
You do understand like what that is, right?
Yes, you explained that the first meeting.
Okay.
It's not like I have the full responsibility like a sole proprietorship
For
or something
liability.
with it. Yes.
Yeah, so it's basically in the word limited liability. So it's a company, separate entity from yourself, which
Hmm.
if you just set up a company using yourself, that would be sole proprietorship.
Hmm.
Limited liability is a separate entity, so it limits your personal liability. So,
Oh, yeah.
all
Okay.
right, all right, we got company name. All right, for company address. All right, starting off, all right, no office, no building. Cool.
Right.
What you don't want to do is use your personal mailing address for a lot of reasons. Uh,
Hmm.
for one, you don't want to put that information out there, and then you got people that stalking you or whatever, knowing your address. All right. So what I usually do is I use a virtual address. So on that line, you're gonna write down get a virtual address,
Hmm.
and the people I normally use is the UPS store. It's really cool. It's only about $20 a month, and what they do is it'll look like you have an office. So it'll say suite address 111-111, something like
Hmm.
that. So basically, what you'll be doing is selling perception. So people from the outside, they wouldn't be able to tell if that's an actual office or a virtual office. So that's a good thing, meaning you're selling perception. So you want to
Hmm.
just simply Google UPS store near me, and all of
Hmm.
them is going to be the same price. It's going to be about $20 a month. Usually you pay 3 months in advance, so it's like $60. They'll give you a box key, a suite address, a fax number, so you can send and receive fax there. You'll get cheap printing. You can also, like I said, send and receive packages. I've received packages as big as pallets of wax and stripper, so like several 100 pounds worth of products. So it's a pretty good deal all together. Like I said, they'll get
Hmm.
the suite address, and a fax number, plus you got all the other benefits, and it sells perception. So
Okay.
UPS store. All right, for company phone number, same thing.
Hmm.
Now I'm comfortable to the point where I put my number out there,
Hmm.
because I already use it online on flyers because I want to be accessible. Now I understand the concern for most women. They don't want to get random pictures from guys that like them. So they, usually would use a virtual number in that area too. So, all right, virtual number. I'm going to give you two companies that I normally use. All right. One is called evoice.com. So evoice.com. And it's a virtual number. It only costs about $12 a month. And usually they'll give you a landline number and a toll-free number. And it's pretty cool software. Like they'll convert your text to voicemail. It'll have like a professional computer generated voicemail to where if somebody calls while you're at work, it'll say your company name. It'll say to reach Erica, dial extension 11. And then it'll forward the call to your cell phone, and and it'll kind of go from there. But it'll be a professional virtual voicemail. So it's once again it's selling perception. So it wouldn't, go to your personal voicemail where you might got a, regular song on there or a ringtone or just a non-business type voicemail. This would be
Hmm.
strictly business. All right. So the other company that offers that virtual number is GoDaddy. You know,
Okay, I got that.
okay,
That's why I didn't want to interrupt you or anything, but I actually, before I started all this, I went on GoDaddy to look at their websites and stuff like that.
gotcha. Okay,
So I actually do have a personal number and I got the app.
gotcha. Okay,
Hmm.
and they basically work the same way, like those eVoice and GoDaddy.
Hmm.
GoDaddy's a little cheaper. I think it's like $9 a month.
Hmm.
But both of them work the same way. So you got that covered.
Yeah.
All right, so we got company name, address, telephone number. All right, email address. All right, I still use Gmail. Gmail is perfectly fine. Celebrities use them, $1 million companies. Gmail is fine. The key with that is your company name, you want to get the identical Gmail. So Boss Lady J, and you don't have to include the LLC. If you want to, you can, but whatever, your company name at gmail.com. So you can
Okay.
do a Gmail.
I have a Yahoo.
Do a Gmail. So that would be the
Okay.
exception. So the
Okay.
regular emails are great, like Gmail, with
Hmm.
the exception to Yahoo. Yahoo is a little outdated. I can only recall one person that's successful that uses it, but at the point they're at, as far as how many followers they got, it wouldn't matter, what they use as far as email. But starting off without that notoriety or amount of followers and attention already, I would go with Gmail at the minimum.
Okay. I do have a domain name because I went on GoDaddy.
Okay, and you can, when you get a domain, you sometimes they'll give you a email. So if that's the case, that's fine too.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. So we got that. And you said you already got your company domain?
Hold on, please. Yes. Yes. Hold on. Can you
Oh,
hold on, please?
yes,
I
ma'am.
was saying I was on the phone.
Company logo already?
It's in the works. I've been looking at some images and stuff, and I actually got one that I like.
Okay. Who did you use to do your company logo?
Nobody. I was just doing well, actually looking at the designs myself, and then I haven't thought about who I want to, but I do have a couple of people in mind.
Okay, that'll work. So long. All right. Like I was saying on the first call, with the company logo, just like a name, like just say if you had a kid, they're gonna have an identity, meaning they're gonna look like one of the other parents or a combination of both. So that would be the image, similar to your business. It's your baby. So your logo is gonna be your image. So your
Hmm.
logo is gonna be your physical representation of your company. You can use the name. The name can be a logo. You can have, a cartoon logo, just whatever, feels good to you. I wouldn't spend a lot of time on the logo, meaning
Hmm.
you can always revise it. So spending too much time, like weeks on a logo, would be what I call majoring in minor things.
Hmm.
Like the example I gave about Nike. All right, the guy paid Phil Knight paid $35 for that logo. It's now worth $90 billion a year. The reason is he didn't major in minor. He paid a college student $35 to do his logo, and then he focused on sales, which is what's going to make the company money versus the logo. So once he got the sales and add more value to the company, then the logo became more expensive, uh,
Hmm.
worth $90 billion a year. But it's the same basic logo, and he ran with it as far as jumping on the sales. So never major and minor things. So don't spend too much time on things that are not really gonna matter uh, with your bottom line. Like you're not gonna make money from your logo. You're gonna make money from your business, products, and services. All right.
Okay.
So once you get the logo, you can either text it to me, and then I can, kind of give you some advice on, the color or like the clarity for it. Now, if you
Okay.
if you desire for somebody to create the logo for you. I have a few pretty affordable graphic designers. Also, you can use the app Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and that's what you want to put down on that line for future references. Fiverr, Fiverr.com. It's an app where you got freelance graphic designers, and you can get a logo for anything between $5 and $30, and
Okay.
I'll send you a few sketches.
Okay.
All right. What do we got next? What's the next line?
Facebook business and group page.
All right. So the difference. So once you got a name, you can go ahead and set up your Facebook business and group page. All right. The difference is with a business page that's opt in, meaning you have to send invites and invite people to like your page. With a Facebook group page, you can just add people. So add people that the content you're going to be sharing is going to be relevant to. You can just straight add them to the group, and then if they don't like it, they can delete themselves later on. So that's the difference between the group and business page. I tell my people to set up both because it's good for what you call SEO, which is search engine optimization, meaning the more pages you got online, the easier it will be for people to find you. So you want to be visible versus invisible, meaning okay, if somebody Google Boss Lady J, they can actually find you versus there's nothing, for them to click on to get more information about what you do. All right. So if for nothing else, you're setting up both pages for SEO, for search engine optimization. That way you're more accessible online. Right. And we will have a independent session where we go over optimizing your Facebook regular page, your group page, and your business page. So we'll kind of setting it up for now would be great. And then once we get to that session with the group session, then we'll actually tell you, hey, this is how you do your bio, use this type of profile picture, this background picture, blah, blah, blah. All right.
Okay.
All right. And then next we got free Yelp page.
Yes.
All right. So you would Google free Yelp business page, and it'll take you to the Yelp business website, and then you'll go ahead and fill in as much information as you know about your company. What So that's basically like it's a free lead generator, meaning some people use Yelp and they'll look at your reviews and they'll find companies based on going on Yelp. So I've been able to get a lot of free leads off of there for life coaching, business coaching, and even in my cleaning service. So it's just a free lead generator that it would make sense to set up that way you can get free leads for your company. All right. The free Google business page works the same way. You just Google free Google business page, and then you'll set up the same profile with your company information. And like I said, I get a lot of leads off of my free Google business page too, because Google is the biggest search engine. So naturally, people will Google you or Google companies that they're looking for. And then if you come up in the top search, you can have an opportunity to get more business for free. So about 2 years ago, it was a presidential candidate, Tom Stiers. So his office located on Bush River, they were looking for a commercial cleaning company. They simply Googled cleaning companies in the area. I came up in the top 5 searches. I was one of the companies they called. I was the first one to call back, and I started the contract the next day. So it was just from a free lead, I was able to get, a pretty decent contract, and started like the same week. So just by having that free business profile, I was able to capitalize off the free lead. All right, what do we got after that?
Tax ID.
All right, so have you already got your tax ID?
I just spoken with I want to say because I do a chat because their phones, their line is like crazy on hold. So I did a chat and they're saying that stuff is delayed and I'm supposed to expect it by tomorrow.
Okay.
So I just been getting on them and I just wish if I knew then what I knew now, then I would have just did it myself instead of going through somebody else. And I was trying to cancel with them, but they wasn't allowing me to. And then they're saying that I need a registered agent, which I don't understand what that is.
Well,
And
you would be the registering agent. It's just the person doing the paperwork. Um,
okay,
so write this down on that line. To do it
okay,
for yourself for future references,
mm-hmm,
it takes about 3 minutes. Only thing you do is go to irs.gov and then use the search box. Just put in apply for tax ID number. Now it's also called EIN number, which is short
mm-hmm,
for employer identification number. So they're the same thing. In short to both, there that's basically your business social security number. So
okay,
you do get that number, you want to put it in your phone under tax ID number or EIN number slash business social security number. That way you
mm-hmm.
always got access to it because most of your business paperwork, you're going to use that tax ID number.
Okay, I already that's part of the me getting my LLC. That was part of the package. So I'm supposed to be getting that as well.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's just the register agent thing. How do I apply for it? Do I have to apply for it or just
No, no,
tell
no.
them?
So when they, all right, so you are the register. Now, in this case, they actually should have put their name down for registering agent since they're actually doing your paperwork. So it's usually either you or the person doing the paperwork. So it's nothing sophisticated. It's just who's registering the business.
Okay. Yeah, because they was asking me to pay extra and I'm like, I'm not paying that because I'm only paying for this and it's I don't know. I
No,
just
tax ID number is free, so you can technically go ahead and get that and just say, "Hey, look, don't worry about it. Like I got it." So when you do your tax ID number on irs.gov, just make sure you put your company name and you put the LLC because you're LLC, and that's how they'll put you in the system.
mm-hmm,
Um, and that's the main thing. Just make sure you choose the right entity that you have your business set up on, and then they'll put it in the system like that.
okay.
All right. And then the last
Mm-hmm,
thing, the Duns and Bradstreet number, you can Google that also. Just say Duns and Bradstreet number. It'll take you to the their website, and that's basically the profile you'll set up to start tracking your business credit. So you got a lot of people on social media now talking about getting business loans, business credit, trade lines, so on and so forth. The company that they use is Duns and Bradstreet to keep up with your business credit. So it'll be equivalent to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion for your personal life. Duns and Bradstreet is one of those business reporting credit agencies.
mm-hmm.
So you want to go ahead and set up that number. That way you got that for future references.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, so during the business plan, how long do you want us to focus on all this before we actually take a leap of faith? If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh well, as soon as you're ready, but like I said, it only takes 2 sessions to do your whole business plan, and
Mm-hmm.
it's already primed to get started. So technically, you can start on like the things that we're writing down now.
Mm-hmm.
This is like your to-do list. So the things you don't got, you want to work on that because you want to start a company, without having all, at least the basic foundation set up. So that's why we're kind of going through this now. That way you already got it set up and you can go ahead and take care of that before you start offering your products and services because some things you're going to need to know and have in place prior. So we're covering all that now.
Okay.
So far as the action part, that's the things that we're talking about. You don't got it,
Mm-hmm.
start there. And then once you get all those things done from this session and then the next one we'll do to complete it, then
Mm-hmm.
it's ready to go.
Okay. May I ask a question?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So, is working on your credit important when it comes to owning your business?
If credit is going to be as good as you can access it. So for the type of business you starting, like it ain't like you're gonna have to, uh use thousands or hundreds of dollars to get started. Like you're gonna basically be able to get started very minimum. So credit would only be great if you need to get access to capital. Now,
Mm.
that's one of the things you wouldn't wait to do. Like, all right, if you have to build your credit to get money later, no, we would just find a way to start sooner and then you build your credit in the process. But like if you already
Okay.
got credit and you can access just say a line of credit or $1,000 loan to start your business or to use for advertising, marketing, promotions, or some of your overhead, then yeah, you can access it now. But it's not one of those things. We'll wait to get started once you got it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
credit is important in general. We'll do a session on credit, and I'll pretty much give you the tips of how I went from like a 430 to a 740 in 8 months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just, three things that I had to do that's, anybody can do. Um, and then a few other tips. And then I also got a ebook I can send you that, teach you how to fix your credit by yourself. But yeah, credit just is important in general, but we wouldn't wait till you got perfect credit to start your business.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let me see how we looking on time for Google. What you gotta kick us off. All right. So, all right, the next section, and you can either skip down or go to another page. We're gonna go to another subtitle.
Okay.
All right, under this one, you're gonna put another who, and in quotations, you're gonna put my elevator pitch.
Okay.
All right. Now, are you familiar with the term or phrase elevator pitch?
No.
All right. So write this definition down.
Okay.
All right. So your elevator pitch is going to tell people who you are, what you do, and how you can help them in 3 minutes or less. So your elevator pitch is designed to tell people who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. And you're going to do it all in 3 minutes or less. So it's just like if you was on an elevator, you're not gonna have much of people time. You're gonna have about 3 minutes or less to tell them who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. So what we're gonna do is craft your elevator pitch to identify those things.
Okay.
Also write this down. All right, and this is consistent with the definition we just did for elevator pitch. All right, it's a phrase called the know, like, and trust factor, like the KNOW know. So the know, like, and trust factor. And then I'm gonna explain to you what that is. All right. So it's a saying in business that people buy or people generally buy from people they know, like, or trust. So people generally buy from people they know, like, or trust. So once again, that's what we're going to try to craft in your elevator pitch. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is how I can help you. Right.
Okay.
The know, like, and trust factor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and start your elevator pitch so you can skip down like a line. All right. You want to start your elevator pitch off with my name is, and then you're going to say your full name, like your first and last name. So my name is,
Erica Battle.
right?
Okay.
All right. Now, without writing yet, all right. Boss Lady J. All right. What type of company? Like, how would you classify that company? Like, what would it be called? Like, what industry? Like, what trade? What craft? Like, what type of company is it?
That I haven't sat down and think about because it started off first as I wanted to do blogging. And that I don't know, I was just sitting down thinking like what name can I bring up? And for me as a female and what I've been through, I needed the confidence or something because I just felt like what could I do? Could I do blogging? I second guessed myself on a lot of stuff, and I said, you know what? I seen all these boss babes and boss girls, and I said, you know what? Let me do boss lady. And Jay is my middle name, which is Jeanette, and it was given to me by my great grandmother. So, and she was a very classy woman, very popular, knew a lot of people, knew a lot of connections, and I just wanted to represent that J for her. So
So give me some ideas of what you actually want to offer as far as products and services. So blog is cool. Like, is there any other stuff you want to actually do under that company name?
I would like to try a Airbnb. I was thinking about something with rental property. But like I said, that's like a big leap right there. So I haven't thought of anything else right now. I don't know what else I could do.
We're gonna stick with blogging for now. So we'll say, let's see. All right. So what you're gonna say is, all right, after the first line, you're gonna say, I am I am the founder of Boss Lady J LLC. All right. So remember, we're crafting the know, like, and trust factor. So we're telling them who you are. Now we're gonna kind of move into a little more of who you are and what you do. All right.
Okay.
So you got my name is Erica Battles. I am the founder of Boss Lady J. All right. So what we'll go with you. All right. We're gonna go with this. Let's see.
For the blog, I have a question, if you don't mind.
Yes. What you got?
So when I did GoDaddy, I do have a website. I thought about what was going on with the shutdown and everything, and I thought about people. They haven't really announced a lot of people with suicide, issues and stuff, but they just focus on other stuff. And so when I did the GoDaddy.com, I do have a website, but I haven't launched it because I was just playing with it, and it's called Healthy, Strong, Confident, and it deals with mental health plus fitness because not only does it affect people with mental health, especially us as Black people, but I actually have some experience with those issues. So I try to do it myself, but that's where you came into play. And I just wanted to do better at what I really want to do, and that's to help people.
Okay. As you talking, I'm still thinking how we're gonna craft like, and this is gonna be part of the products and services you offer. So, all right, we're gonna go with. All right. So I'm the founder of Boss Lady J. All right. The next. All right. Put this. So the next line you're gonna put. We are a. We are a communications company.
Okay.
We are a communications company that host hosts uh niche, so NICHE. So we
Hmm.
are a communications company that hosts niche blogs. That way that kind of sets you up for multiple topics. So that hosts niche blogs centered around helping African Americans in the fields of health. So we'll say health, wealth, business, And what other areas? Uh, so health, because health would include mental and physical health. Now, if you need
Uh-huh.
to write it out, I would kind of because you can always add that in there, put like a little addition sign, like add mental and physical health instead of just health. Wealth,
Okay.
business, we'll say community stories, and this is kind of setting you up to be a have different diverse topics within blogs,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll just say and current events. All right, now let me ask you something. Do you have any background in writing?
The only writing that I've done is journaling and essays and stuff like that. Nothing like a consistency. I always had kind of niche when I do Facebook. I haven't been on I haven't been on LinkedIn like that to write, but I don't know if you ever noticed me on Instagram and then here and there on Facebook when I'm promoting my weight loss uh accomplishments, or I feel like there's something going on with me, but I said, let me just express it, not putting my life story out there, but maybe putting it out there for somebody to know that they're not alone. So when I do that, then I start writing like a nice type of thing that will be considered like a blog, but I'm on social media doing it.
No, no, no. That's good. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
This is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
All right. This is what we're gonna do. All right. You're gonna. All right. The line I'm about to give you next. When you all right, because everything we're writing now, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
type it in a Word document and email it to me and yourself. That way you can always update it. Because if you just got it on your notebook, if you lose your notebook, you lost your plan. So
Okay.
as soon as you can convert it to a Word document, now you can always access it. So I
Okay.
write this line now. Now where it's actually gonna go after I am the founder of Boss Lady J. So if you want to draw an arrow after that line all the way to this line we're about to say, when you rewrite it, you just put it in order. And matter of fact,
Okay.
after we finish it in a minute, you're gonna say it back to me, but you're gonna say it in the order the order that it should go.
Okay.
All right. So after Boss Lady, I'm the founder of Boss Lady J. Period. All right. The next sentence that should go after that is I have now. How long have you been journaling? Like a couple years or how long?
Off and on since I was like in high school.
All right. So what would you say? 10 plus years, 15 plus years,
Yes.
15 or 10?
I want to just say 10.
All right. So you're gonna say I have been journaling for 10 plus years, and then I decided. No, I have been journaling 10 plus years before I decided to launch my company that focus on topics that affects the African American community.
Okay. All
Uh,
right. I have been journaling for 10 plus years before I've decided to launch my company. And then what was the rest of it?
uh, my company that focuses on issues affecting African Americans. All right. Now, once you finish that, read. All right. So we're gonna go back to the top, not all the way to
Okay.
the top, but just for your elevator pitch, and then you're gonna read it back to me. That way, I know it flows good.
Okay. Um, my name is Erica Battle. I am the founder of Boss Lady J LLC. We oh, I have been journaling for 10 plus years before I've decided to launch my company that focuses on issues that affect African Americans. We are a communication company that hosts niche blogs for that centers around African Americans helping with mental health, wealth, business. I don't, okay, I think I need to tweak that one.
Yeah, because I don't remember saying that centered around helping. Now you can say that centered around mental and physical health, wealth,
Okay.
business, and then I think we said community
Community stories and current events.
right, right.
So why did I write African American around that area?
All right, read that line again.
Um,
Because yeah, now that we mentioned it in the sentence before, you can take it out because we already implied who we're writing for. So, all right,
okay, so take that out.
and
Okay.
then read it back again, and
Uh,
that'll be it.
okay. My name is Erica Battle. I am the founder of Boss Lady J LLC. I have been journaling for 10 plus years before I decided to launch my company that focused on issues that affect African Americans. We are a communication company that hosts niche blogs center around mental health, wealth, business, community stories, and current events.
All right, you see how good that sounds?
Yes.
Now, put mental and physical health because you did mention
Okay.
something about dieting and health and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, with that, that's a complete elevator pitch. That sounds good.
Okay.
So when you're communicating who you are to people,
Hmm.
that's the pitch. Like that's your
Okay.
elevator pitch because it tells them
Okay.
everything they need to know at the time about what you do. Now, what you want to do with that paragraph is you want to write it down on an index card, and just like you would in high school or college, you want to read it 3 to 10 times a day until you can say it without using the index card because that's your business. If somebody asks you who you like, what are who you are, what do you don't want to have the deer in the headlight look. You want to be able to say, I am my name is, I am the founder of blah 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 blah. So you want to be able to say those 3 to 5 sentences that we just said without hiccups. So
Okay.
I said you want to transfer that. Now you're gonna transfer everything we wrote down to a Word document and email it to me and yourself. But you also, with that independent section, you want to write it on an index card and read it 3 to 10 times a day until you can say it without it. And of course, in our group coaching session, we'll actually practice it. So you'll just have a head start over the other people since you're doing your business plan session first. I think other
Okay.
people will be doing it next week. So
Okay.
all right. So we're
All
gonna
right.
stop right there for the day. Look at your calendar. We can do another like so just say the first month for this coaching program you'll probably end up doing at least 2 hours. That way we cover all your business plan this
Hmm.
month. So just say we can do another session later this week, and then we can wrap up the following week, and then you'll have your whole business plan.
Okay.
All right, do you got any questions about anything we went over?
No, it is. I just want to say thank you because the way that you have my pitch, I can always tweak it, but
Right.
it's good that it does focus on African Americans and you have to think about what's going on with us. And it's just broadening my mindset because community stories, current events. Now, wealth, I don't know what to say about that right now because I'm
Well,
not there.
and we'll cover that like when we do your products and service section uh
Okay.
in the next session. Then
Hmm.
we'll actually outline what products you want to market, what services you want to. Now, for the areas that you want to put out to the community,
Hmm.
you don't necessarily have to create all that content. That can be you inviting somebody like me that talks about wealth and business on a Zoom session. So all
Oh,
right, just
okay.
say not all right. So your that's why I said communications company, meaning your blog could be a video blog,
Mm-hmm.
be just getting on a Zoom and interviewing people in those areas, those topics of discussion,
Oh, okay.
or you can get guest articles. So just say you can get me or other people to submit articles. That way you package it with what you're doing, and then you just put it out to the community.
Okay.
So
That's awesome.
that's why I was like, okay, well, communicate. I needed to get more information from you to see, okay, well, what would be the bigger name as far as like classification of company that we can use that'll encompass everything you're trying to do. So
Mm-hmm.
communications company is a video blog, it's a written blog, it can be a newsletter that you actually print out, one page newsletter, give out in the community. That way you got more eyeballs on what you're trying to do, and you got more people paying attention. So
Okay.
and that's why I always start people off with the business plan, because I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to give you more ideas to expand what you're doing, plus kind of focus your energy on certain products and services. That way, it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense to you also.
Yeah. And I also do have a couple of fitness trainers too for the health and the mental and physical health.
Okay, and we're gonna identify them. Matter of fact, one of the sections we're gonna do. And matter of fact, go ahead and write that down on a separate paper, and then just
Okay.
when we do your session the end of this week,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna start there. And so just remind me. So the next session is gonna be another who, and then in quotations you're gonna put my team. And
Okay.
so part of your team is gonna be your contributing authors, coaches, consultants, and professionals that'll add articles, videos for you to put out to the world.
Okay. Great.
So just say, and just put a little star somewhere near that. That way I don't forget to add it, because like everybody's business is different. So this is why I don't do like the business plan necessarily in a group setting, because
Mm-hmm.
like I wouldn't be able to give you more of what's going to help your set up your company without that,
Okay.
customized individual attention. So that's why I do these in one-on-one sessions. But put down you're going to set up a YouTube channel. So you don't want to be limited to written articles and blogs. You also want to do videos, because videos are big now, and
Mm-hmm.
it can generate a lot of attention, a lot of awareness. You can get the message out faster. So
Yeah.
like I said, your YouTube channel set up that way. All your information is kind of syndicated. So the same thing
Mm-hmm.
you write about, you can also do a video about. So you basically
Okay.
using the same content to get put on multiple platforms.
Okay. That's funny you said that because I do actually have a YouTube account.
Okay.
And I did set it up, but I haven't utilized it. So
Oh, we'll put it to use. So, like I said, as we finish your business plan, you'll learn more about what you're doing more so than you knew before, because I'm gonna bring it out of you.
thank you. I really truly appreciate it. You are very good at what you do, and I'm excited every time the meeting comes up or one on one because it's just very informative, and I thank you for that.
Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate your patience, and like I said, I definitely look forward to bringing it to life. So, look at your calendar and just text me. What availability you have for this week, and then we'll go ahead
Hmm.
and keep adding to your business plan, and we should have it finished by the last session that we'll do on it next week. So
Okay.
you'll have your whole business plan within a week.
Okay.
All right.
See, the only day that I probably have is tomorrow.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
text you what availability I have for tomorrow, and then we'll go from
Okay. Okay.
there. All right. And
All
then I'll
right.
send you this replay tomorrow. That way you can keep it for your records, because this is all your personal information as far
Hmm.
as your business. So it'll be a video that you can refer back to.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll probably talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye bye.
Bye.